her story, as far as we know, is that she was likely used for breeding because she is this beautiful blue color. She was found wandering the streets of Chatsworth, and animal control took her in at the West Valley Animal Shelter, and Scott saw her profile on Facebook. So she was going to be put down in 2 days. This is back in September. And he just felt like he needed to save her. So we pulled her out. This is the first time we've ever done anything like this. We really kind of didn't know what we were doing or what to expect. I guess we just assumed we would be able to pull her out and that a rescue would take her, find her a home. We were just kind of naive about the whole thing. Because we have 2 cats, she's been living while we've been fostering her, she's been living in a crate, and Scott and I work really long hours, so it's just difficult to give her the life that she really deserves with someone who can just give her the love that she deserves. I feel like we would desperately love to do that, but she loves to chase cats, and we have 2, and she doesn't go after them unless they run, which ours happen to do a lot. And when we first rescued her, she seemed to display some dog aggression. I imagine that her life before now, she wasn't socialized at all with dogs, and she just kind of doesn't know what to do with them. So we have taken her to one trainer where she went through like a 6-week boot camp where she learned sit, stay, heel, come, stop, no, drop, and a couple of tricks. She waves goodbye, which I can show you later. And then we also consulted with Dr. Karen Sweda because we wanted to make sure she was that we wanted to understand the source of her aggression. And she diagnosed her with having some anxiety, and so we've been doing we've been doing work with her. She's come really far. She went from being kind of terrified when she sees another dog to now she's able to ignore another dog. Up until a few weeks ago, I was able to take Carly to work with me to be able to separate her from the cats so that she didn't have to be at home all day in the crate with the cats running around and, you know, feeling more aggressive, because I don't know how to keep the cats away from her crate. This place isn't built for animal separation. So I was able to take her to work with me, and Scott was able to take her to work with him, but I'm going to be switching jobs, and I can't take her to work with me at my new job, and Scott's going to be switching jobs right after me, and he can't take her to work with him at his new job either. So we're both just really exhausted, and we need help. We told ourselves that we would look for a foster home, another foster home for her, and if we could find a good foster home, someone who can help us. We've brought her to this point. Maybe someone can be the interim home until she finds her forever home, if they can't be her forever home. Because I think we're at our breaking point now. I don't think either one of us knows what to do with the amount of responsibility anymore, and we just need help.
It's great to adopt a foster dog because they're a known quantity. They come to us with a lot of history, a lot of information that can be used for your benefit. You know, Carly is a great dog because, you know, she's a dog that already comes to you with a lot of training. She's a dog that can be in a crate, we know, for at least 8 hours and is perfectly happy. That's a behavior that we can't train into a lot of dogs. So again, we know from her experience in her foster home with Christal and Scott that she already has a lot of great habits. She's happy being crated. She doesn't have separation anxiety. She can be home alone. She's very mellow. She doesn't have food aggression. Christal was able to reach into her mouth and take things right out of her mouth, so she doesn't have any possessive aggression. You know, one thing that I think we want to do is keep her out of a shelter because, you know, if Carly were to go back into a shelter, I think one of the detriments is that we wouldn't be able to pass on all this information to a new owner. You know, she would just be a number at a shelter. She wouldn't be Carly. You know, what our hope is that we can find someone, either a forever home for her or even, you know, a foster home for her that is willing to just, you know, do a little bit extra to kind of continue her training. And all that extra really is take some treats with you on a walk. When you see another dog, ask Carly to sit, give her a treat when the dog walks by, and continue on your way. So really not a huge amount of training. But we really want her to continue progressing, not reverting. And so we're really looking for a home that, you know, is a little dog savvy, can identify that, you know, she's a great dog, and for that little amount of investment that you put into her, you're going to get so much love in return.
It would be nice for her to have a few hours outside or a few hours with someone, because all she wants to do is be with someone who loves her. It's really, I think that is all she wants from life. Just to be with her human. Look at that tail.